This is a lesson on double angle identities. These are the identities you need to memorize for this lesson. Sine 2x equals 2 sine x cosine x. So as you can see, we have a double angle here, 2x. And then you calculate sine 2x in terms of sine x and cosine x, which is a single angle. Now, cosine 2x has three forms of identities. It's either cosine square minus sine square for x, or 1 minus 2 sine square, or 2 cosine square minus 1. All of them are equivalent. This is a problem or an example. Given the value of tangent x equals minus 2, and x is an angle between 90 and 180, find the exact value of part A sine 2x. So to be able to find sine 2x, we use this identity. Sine 2x equals 2 sine x cosine x. Okay. Now, I need to calculate sine x and cosine x to be able to use this. From the value of tangent, I can find the value of cosine. There is a relation between tangent and cosine in a form of relation between tangent and secant. Can you remember any relation or any identity relating tangent to secant? So this is your relation. 1 plus tangent squared equal secant squared. And you just need to substitute the value of tangent given, which is minus 2, in this identity to get the value of secant. So we get 1 plus minus 2 squared equals secant squared. Simplify this to get the value of secant squared. So you get secant squared equals 5. Here we are. We managed to get the value of secant squared. So what is the value of secant? Secant x equals plus minus square root of 5. Now, what is the value of cosine? You need to know or to recall the relation between secant and cosine. Can you remember it? This is your relation. Secant equals 1 over cosine. So secant and cosine are reciprocal. One of them is the reciprocal of the other. Because we have the value of secant, we can get the value of cosine is the reciprocal of square root of 5. So I get cosine x equals the reciprocal 1 over square root of 5 plus or minus. I'm going to decide on the sign here if it is of plus or minus just by looking at the condition given here for the angle x between 90 and 180. That means that the angle is in the second quadrant. Second quadrant. Okay, so what do you know about the sign of cosine in the second quadrant? Plus or minus? Okay, so minus. Good. Now we have the value of cosine. That means this part has been found. We need now to find sine x. To be able to find the value of sine x, we can again use tangent x and the value found for cosine x. What is the relation between tangent, cosine, and sine? Tangent x equals sine x over cosine x. Multiply both sides by cosine to get tangent x equals, or tangent x times cosine x equals sine x. So just multiply tangent and cosine, or multiply both sides by cosine. You get tangent times cosine, and cosine cancels cosine, you get sine x. Okay. Now substitute tangent with the value -2, as tangent x equals -2, and cosine with the value found here, -1 over square root of 5, to get the value of sine x. So we get -2 for tangent and minus square root of 5 over 5 for cosine. Actually, this is exactly minus square root of 5 over 5 equals minus square root of 5 over 5. Okay, so simplify this to get the value of sine. And finally, we get sine 2x using the identity sine 2x equals 2 sine x cosine x, just by substituting sine and cosine with the values found, this value for sine and this value for cosine, to get your sine 2x. So sine 2x is sine 2x is equal to 2 sine x cosine x, 2, and this is sine x, which is this value, minus by minus is plus, so you get 2 square root of 5 over 5, cosine x, which is the value found here. You need to simplify this. 2 times 2 is 4, and then square root of 5 and square root of 5, they multiply to give 5, cancel with 1 5, so you get only over 5 with your minus. Okay, so you get sine 2x equals minus 4 over 5. So we need a minus here, because 2 times 2 is 4. With this minus, you get a minus. So it's minus 4. Minus 4 over 5. Minus 4 over 5. Now, part B, find, if you are asked to find, for example, the value of cosine 2x, this is part B. Find the value of cosine 2x. This is very simple. Just use one of these 3 formulas. I think I'm gonna choose this one. 2 cosine squared minus 1, and I have the value of cosine here. I just substitute this value in this cosine square. Okay, so you get cosine 2x equals cosine 2x equals cosine 2x equals 2 cosine square, this is cosine square, minus 1. Simplify to get minus 3 over 5. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and good luck. Thank you very much.